The idea of asking for Angela, this is a scheme, it's well intentioned, it's a safety initiative, but it's marred by inconsistent implementation, inadequate training, as revealed by both the BBC investigations and first hand accounts from venues across the UK. Ask for Angela was launched in 2016, named after Angela Crompton, a victim of domestic violence, and it offers a discreet lifeline for vulnerable individuals in bars and clubs, primarily women, by asking staff for Angela, signalling the need for help without explicitly stating the danger. Its premise is straightforward. Staff should escort the individual to a safe space and assist in resolving the situation, whether by contacting friends, calling a taxi, or in extreme cases involving the police. Despite its simplicity, the BBC investigation found that more than half of the tested venues failed to respond correctly. Staff were often unaware of the scheme, even if it had posters in the loo or on walls around the pub. Its purpose, how to act when approached, what to do. And even venues that therefore were proposing to do something with posters lacked adequately trained employees, with some asking the distressed person to wait while they checked with a manager, undermining the scheme's aim of immediate discreet help. It isn't a new revelation. As early as 2018, reports highlighted similar failings. Why? Hospitality's transient workforce, the lack of mandatory training, the financial pressures to reduce costs mean schemes like this fall through the cracks. I remember years and years ago, I got a job working in a bar, and I was utterly useless because there was no training at all. It was assumed I knew what I was doing. I had no idea. I had no idea how one drink differed from another. I didn't know how to pull a pint. I lasted quite a few weeks. It's extraordinary how long they kept me. But it was a hopeless experience. And the Angela Ask for Angela scheme, it isn't government mandated. It allows venues to treat it as optional, resulting in superficial compliance. Posters go up, but training doesn't follow. Jess Phillips, Minister for Safeguarding and Violence Against Women, went undercover to test the scheme herself. Her findings wholly unsatisfactory. While praising the initiative's goals, she stresses that policies are meaningless without proper training, dismissing schemes that sit in the basement of the House of Commons as symbolic but ineffective. The government, councils and police forces have poured hundreds of thousands of pounds into promoting Ask for Angela, yet as the BBC's findings confirm, much of this investment is wasted without robust follow-up and accountability. High-profile chains like Green King and JD Wetherspoon pledged to improve, but the underlying problem persists. Many venues treat the scheme as a box-ticking exercise. The scheme's failures pose significant risks. Vulnerable individuals who summon the courage to use the code are then met with ignorance, and they find themselves in even greater danger. Perpetrators may sense hesitation, leaving victims more exposed than before. And the hospitality sector's high staff turnover exacerbates the issue, with untrained employees unable to assist or even recognise the scheme. When it comes to hotels, there isn't really even an ombudsman that deals with them. So if you have a problem there, you have to go through management to sort it out. If you have a domestic problem, in a way, and the management, as with bars and pubs, is transient. What can be done? Advocacy groups supported by things like Metro's Make Angela Safe campaign, demanding change. Venues must provide compulsory, recurring training for all staff, covering not just code words, but the broader issues of vulnerability and harassment. Training must address the needs of LGBTQ+ and non-binary patrons, ensuring the scheme works for everyone. A central database should list participating venues, making it easier for the public to identify reliable establishments. Posters should not be confined to bathroom loo walls, but displayed prominently at bars and tills. And staff, employees, should be trained to assist and should be wearing badges signalling their readiness to help discreetly. Jess Phillips and others have stressed that safety schemes must be more than performative gestures. Without systemic support, Ask for Angela risks becoming a tragic example of good intentions poorly executed. The industry, the hospitality industry, the government, advocates must unite to ensure the scheme's promise is fulfilled. And because in matters of safety, half measures are not just inadequate, they're actually themselves dangerous.